I've been on the raw diet for about a month now, and it's very difficult when other family members are not on the same path. I'm wondering if you have any suggestions for that.
Sure. I mean, it's very difficult when a family's doing anything opposite than what we believe. So it depends on several different things. It depends on what family members they are and what situation you're in. For example, if your kids don't want to eat this way, well, too bad on them. They got to eat this way. They shouldn't have a choice. You shouldn't give them a choice. They eat the way you want them to eat, or they don't eat. Now, if it's somebody like your husband, then you got to discuss it with him and figure that one out. And I do have an answer for that one also. So who's the is or if it's your parents, then it's the other way around. So who's the family member? Give us a little bit more details so we can I can give
Okay,
you more information.
it's my husband, and we've been married for 8 years, and he's a big meat eater, and he's also a heavy junk food eater, a heavy soda drinker, and he just loves to put all all over the place. And
Okay.
it's also my son, who's 20 years old. So we're not talking about children or parents. We're referring to adults here who are very rebellious in regards to eating the right foods.
Okay, great. That's all the information you need, and I'm going to answer your question. Okay, now here, first thing you got to understand is you most likely, and I don't know your personal situation, but you most likely, up into discovering about eating raw foods and living healthy, you were most likely eating similar to the way they're eating now, and then you've got some revelation about health and living healthy, and then you decided to change. Is that correct?
Correct.
Okay,
Yes.
so we have to understand that, what they're doing, it's not that it's bad or wrong. It's that now you're healthier and you just want to share it with them, but you will want to where they're at. So you should understand it's not that easy because not because you could ask yourself, well, 5 years ago, why wouldn't they eat this way? But you didn't see it, you didn't believe it, you didn't know it, and so on. But now you do. Well, they're still in disbelief and they don't want to hear it and so on. But here's the answer. First of all, the 20-year-old, he most likely has his own job and he's buying his own food. So there's nothing you can do with that. So he buys his own food, he does what he wants. Complaining he's not eating healthy, then you have an issue there. But as for your husband, here's the key. People don't eat for health. So if you're going to give him a health lecture, he's going to do things that little kids do. He's going to look in the refrigerator and say there's nothing to eat. Or he's going to look at food and say, I don't like that before they even taste it. Well, how do you know you don't like it? Because you've built up this whole thing about it being healthy, and there's already a whole idea of health food not tasting well, and they don't want anyone to take away the food that they already like. But here's what you do: people eat for taste. So what you do from now on is you make food for him and continue to make the food that he likes and enjoys, but add some other stuff to the plate that might be new and different. Don't tell him it's healthy for him. Just find a way to make it taste delicious. He will love it, he will eat it, and then later on you could start telling him, well, not only does it taste great, it's also good for you. But if you tell him it's good for him before you give it to him, it's already setting him up like, uh-oh, what am I doing here? So as he starts enjoying these new recipes, then you can start adding more of those and cutting down on things he already likes because you're really not taking anything away at that point. If you make 10 new recipes and he only likes five of them, well, those are five new healthy recipes you can incorporate in a diet. So, what I recommend you do is get a good raw food recipe book and find out some of the nice, good recipes and have them along with what he's already eating. And understand that, I was once there, so it's not going to happen overnight, but I'm going to be patient with him, and we're gonna make this happen. And that is a sure way to make this happen because I've met a lot of people that didn't want to give up their meat, they didn't want to eat vegetables or anything green, but slowly but surely, without giving them the whole lecture about what they're doing is bad for them, I just started making things taste amazing. And who could turn down amazing tasting food? So that's my recommendation. Do you have any comments or questions about what I just said?
Oh, no, that's awesome advice. Thank you so much.
Yes. Now you said you were in you were in Virginia.
Yes, I'm in Virginia.
Okay. I don't know if you can get away, but there are some. You don't need to because you can make raw food recipes right in your own house with a recipe book. But there are some schools. There's a great one in Atlanta, Georgia. Some great places you can get away for a week or so and just learn how to make amazing tasting raw food. And
Okay.
we just had it was a whole bunch of people at my congregation. They had a contest of I can't believe he made it all by himself. Well, they didn't know I'm a raw food chef, and everyone made their junk food and everything else, and I made a banana cobbler that I'm gonna actually have to make a video about this because I didn't win. I didn't win. I came in third place out of a lot of people, but it just shows you everyone absolutely loved it, and that nobody. Now, if I would have had a big sign there saying this is healthy for you, all the other desserts are gonna kill you, I don't think anyone would even tried it. They would have said, well, we don't want that. So it's not only the food you're changing, it's the attitude we need to change. Having a more wiser attitude of the way to approach it. And I think you could be successful. As a 20-year-old, that's another story, but hopefully you pray for him and we'll see what happens. Okay?
Yes, thank you so much.